everybody.
Look, it's Julie.
And it's Sally.
And we're here for Coffee Talk. There you go. All right, we've done the Coffee Talk shtick one too many times, I think. I'll leave that to Big T. Big T, right. Tony, and little Rosemary.
That's
so
right.
There you go. But that's a shout out to Rosemary.
Hi,
Hello,
Rosemary.
I told you you said to do it. We've done it now.
Yeah.
Check that off. It's gone. Okay. Here we are.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's so exciting. I get to meet Julie.
And I'm not in South America. Isn't that great?
We're right up here in Annandale, Virginia, outside the nation's capital.
That's right.
Cheers to the nation's capital.
Right.
For those of us who live in the surrounds of the nation's capital.
That's right.
Like I do. And Julie used to live around here.
Yeah.
So when they come back, this is what they come back.
Yeah.
So I was very excited to get to meet Julie.
Oh, we're more than excited, thrilled. You're on my checklist of people to see. So
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We wish more people were here with us.
I know.
Have talked and talked and talked and talked, needless to say.
That's right, we did. And we even got to experiment coffees in Starbucks.
Yeah, we went to Starbucks and we had some coffee, and they have a new blonde roast, so they were putting that out for us.
And it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be.
I thought it would be weak and watery, but it was not. It was very mellow, and I actually thought I might be able to drink that coffee black because it wasn't too strong. But anyway,
it was nice.
Enough promotion of Starbucks. The box are like, I feel like I'm so far away. I'm sitting up closer. Come on here, Julie.
That's good.
Well, we've been, oh gosh, the lighting is just not doing a lot for me in my old age. But anyway.
You're fine. You're beautiful.
I told you this thing right here. But anyway, that's okay. It'll be fixed soon. Julie and I have been talking about a lot of things because Julie and I have a lot in common. Mm-hmm. We didn't have the same surgery exactly, but we were on the same path at the same time, basically. Pretty close.
Yep.
And then Julie lives out of the country, and her husband works for the government, and my husband and I are going to move out of the country, and he works for the government. So we've been chatting, and she's been giving me tips, and we've been talking about maintenance and
and all the ups and downs of maintenance,
and
the experimenting with maintenance. At least I did a lot of experimenting and came to the conclusion that once you come to your plan. That's kind of it.
That's pretty much it.
For the rest of your life. You don't get to, And we had the whole discussion about the evils of bad food. And
oh, yeah. Julie's had her vacation month. And I know what that's like. I haven't had a month at a time.
See, and I have not been on in a while and didn't say, oh, well, I purposely lost an extra 5 pounds just so I could come to the United States knowing that the United States was kind of like the Disneyland of food. So.
It is. She lives in Paraguay, and so she said there's not processed food, there's not junk food. You don't eat that kind of stuff. It's easier, you said, because you live in a place
there's
where
no frozen food. There's nothing.
Wow, there's no frozen food.
Well, there is, but it's nasty.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
my sister lived in Brazil for a while, and she said the meat, you had to go to the market, and there were things flying around and touching on the meat, and I said, I wouldn't be
well, we go to the grocery store, but I mean, it's, it's pretty much the cow is butchered the day before, kind of stuff, so...
protein first, that's what I say.
That's right. So there's not a lot of choice, and so it makes it easy when you're losing weight, and... it was funny, just talking about it, is my realization coming to the United States, the lack of choice in Paraguay was easier for me to lose weight then, because, here it's like, you have, Doritos staring you in the face saying, eat me, and, and so it's harder, I think, and not realizing how much harder it would be. Yeah,
well, I know.
Definitely.
I'm sure when we move to England, the scones will be calling my name, and the shortbread cookies will be doing the same.
Exactly.
But I'll be living there, so I won't be like, I have to get my critical content in before I leave. I will not be. When I went on vacation, I remember thinking, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to eat that, because I'm going to eat them while I'm there. And I did. That was 2 years ago, and I lost the weight anyway, so... Yeah, you just get whatever's normative. But we were just catching up. We both had gastric bypass. Well, we had WLS surgery. I had the gastric bypass.
And I had the sleeve.
And she had the sleeve. And we talked about running because I don't run, and I wanted to ask her some questions about that.
And I run.
And she runs. And tell me a little philosophy on that too.
It's because, well, it evolved. And shout out to Becca. Hi, Becca. We were talking about you and how you inspired me to get running.
Well, a lot of names came up at coffee.
Yes, we did.
Our coffee at Starbucks. Lots of names.
But anyway, once you get to maintenance and you've reached your goal or whatever goal whatever body weight your body wants to be at.
Right.
Because that's not. You can have a goal and you can never see it materialize, and it's your body that decides it.
Exactly.
But once you get to that, whatever the weight it is, and you click into maintenance, what do you do then? You know, because you're eating the same foods that you've always eaten, hopefully, and you've gotten down to your weight loss. You've gotten your weight loss. We're waving at my son John, who is in the room with us, and he's going to get laundry.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Going to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Bye. What do you do with yourself? I am exercising. Becca inspired me to continue to exercise, and I need a challenge because the weight loss was my challenge initially. Whoops.
Well, that was
interesting.
Yeah.
And the weight loss was my challenge for me initially, and eating right was the challenge for me initially, and I kind of have that thing down.
Right.
And so now I've incorporated exercise, and I mean lots of it, because I need something to keep me healthy and continually keep me on the healthy.
And mentally healthy too.
Right.
Because that helps clear your head, you said.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That's an understatement.
The walking does for me too. And we were talking about how, and it's important when you're in maintenance to have something that keeps it, you know what you're doing, but you need maybe that extra little mountain to climb to keep yourself propelling forward, to keep focused, to realize that it's ever present in your consciousness to be this way, to live this way, to eat this way, and exercise, and just upping that little challenge, or finding a new thing to do that you have not learned to do before. Anything that keeps it.
Because really the journey doesn't end.
The journey. Now that was another thing I wanted to say. The journey doesn't end, and recently, and I've read this more than once, the philosophy of you're not on a diet, and so once you don't, this is forever. This is something you do. You don't stop it at the end when you reach goal. Now, granted, when you reach goal, you start to relax a teeny bit occasionally here and there to test the waters. But usually, smart people will figure out you just go back to what you were doing.
Because that's what happened to me. I mean, I tested the waters and it was not good.
Right. And you can test the waters. I have like a 95 or 90. I used to have a 93. I guess now it's like a 93% good and 7% naughty. And I can do that and not think about it too much. When I was trying to lose, it was 97% good and 3%, whatever you want to call naughty.
Yeah.
Might be an extra carb or something. But that seems to keep me in balance. But what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, that it never ends.
Yeah.
But it should not be looked at as a bad thing. It shouldn't be looked at as the word struggle has come up, and I've read that many places, that it's a struggle. Oh, it's forever. Well, you know what? Thank God it's forever, or I would be not in a good place right now.
Right, and the whole point of getting the surgery was to not be obese.
Forever.
Right, and why would we want to jeopardize that ever?
No, you don't.
You know, and so for me, continuing to eat protein first,
Yeah, let's talk about these. Oh, no, not these, but the general thing. Now, look at this, guys. This is someone who used to weigh 250 pounds or more.
And
Julie,
this is 305 to 10 pounds. Yes.
We should really talk about this. We're like Mutt and Jeff. I wish we could do this so you could see us together. I wish we could. Can we do this at all? Do we dare move? I want to show something here.
Okay.
All right, Jules.
We're
going to stand over here.
Okay. Oh, you're going to see all my folded
I want us to see.
Oh, yes, that's right, because we were talking about that.
All right, now look.
Okay.
You can't see.
See.
Okay, here we go. Now you stand up straight because I want them to see how tall you are. Do you see? You're seeing the top of my head. Julie is how tall?
I'm 5'9".
And I'm 5'5". I used to be 5'6".
And I'm wearing a baggy sweater.
And I'm wearing whatever. But the point being is I weigh 130 pounds.
160-ish.
Yeah,
because I don't have a scale. I don't have a scale right now.
And I'm wearing, well, these are smalls, but I can wear a size 4
so you can
jeans.
see more.
And Julie wears a size 6 jeans.
Right.
But the point is, there's a 30-pound difference.
Right.
She's much taller. She's, 4 inches taller than me.
Right.
And our bodies, let's do a side thing. Dun, 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 do the back thing. Do you see? We're all different in the way our bodies are. Look how broad my shoulders look in this thing, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm going to take
we
this.
We both have thighs.
I'm disrobing as we talk.
And we both had a little work done. A little you had a tummy tuck.
I had a tummy tuck, and I needed to not sag up stairs.
And I had a lower body lift, and I had implants and a lift because I had nothing upstairs.
Yes.
But here we have survived. We both had these things done. In other countries, by the way, I might mention other countries. And Mexico.
Yes.
So, and we have had no troubles really to speak of. Nothing that wasn't a normal kind of thing that happens anyway. And we're all good to go. So that was it. I just wanted y'all to remember that everybody's different. We don't all have to weigh the same. We don't all have to be the same size. We got different body shapes. What matters is being healthy. And I'll just squat right here. To me, the one thing that we're already at 10 minutes.
Yes, we are. This is what I was talking about. Is I tend to babble.
Here we are. I look much better in this light too. This is much better for me. You don't see my little waddle. That when you're in maintenance for life, it's about if it's a struggle, then you haven't really taken the time you had when you were losing to transform yourself into a new person.
That's true.
To transform your appetites, to transform your head, to transform your body. It's a journey you take to grow and become a different person, to be a normal sized person. Nobody wants to be pointed out and say, well, you were trying to be, something you weren't, or too skinny, or whatever. We just wanted to be normal.
Right.
We wanted to blend in.
And that's really important to point out, is that, I got to 160-ish, and I say 160-ish because God knows how much I weigh right now.
You still look awesome. I mean, please.
But I got to 160-ish because that's where my body ended up.
Exactly.
I didn't strive to get there.
Exactly.
Yes, I wanted to get to my goal. And my doctor even said he'd be happy if I got to 200 pounds.
Well, see, and they don't think 100% of your excess body weight loss is success. They consider 50% of your excess body weight loss to success. But that makes them look good as surgeons and does it good for their statistics. That's not necessarily where you're supposed to be. I think you should take off that whole you're a success or you're a failure if you reached a certain thing.
No.
Because it really should be eat right, make the best choices, move your body every day, and where your body decides to stop, that is where it stops. You don't fixate on a number and say, I've got to get to that. If your body's never intended to be that, it's not going to be that.
It's not going to be there.
And if you think it should be this number, but your body really wants to go here, let your body go. Don't try to short circuit the process. Let your body go to find its resting point, its proper place, and then it'll know. And you don't have to play with it or gimmick it up or add stuff or take stuff away. Just be.
Right.
Just find peace with your body.
If you can figure out a normal eating kind of routine, if you have normal exercise, you'll be happy.
Things you can live with.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a struggle. That's the thing.
Right.
I mean, you're not struggling. I'm not struggling.
No.
We're, and that's the thing, is that if you can figure it out, you can figure out what's good for you, what works as a diet, what works as exercise, the drinking, all of the basics.
Don't make anything so extreme that you can't keep it up for life. That was my philosophy all along. Now, I asked Julie about the running because I really am not a runner. And it doesn't mean I don't want to try to, I don't really desire to be, but when I try to run, I am gasping like a fish out of water after 20 seconds, and that's not because I'm carrying around too much weight anymore. So what is the reason? And I'm starting to decide that perhaps I have exercise-induced asthma. That's one of the reasons I couldn't run as a child. When I did run, I was always the last one. I was always gasping. My heart was pounding. My lungs were exploding. And I've started to say it's okay if I'm not a runner. If I'm not a runner, it isn't because I don't even want to try and my body isn't strong enough to do it. It could just be that my lungs are not going to let me.
And I'm not a Zumba person because I have
no rhythm. I would never have thought that about you, Julie, that you have no rhythm. Well, you haven't seen me dance. I look like Elaine in Seinfeld.
No rhythm, nothing.
So
I run because it comes naturally to me. I mean, everybody can.
Everybody can do something. Yeah. Everybody can do something.
Exactly.
So I guess this is getting to be 15 minutes almost, so we're going to cut it out here. But we just wanted to say hello from Virginia, and we're together, and we love our community.
Yes, we do.
You guys mean a lot to us. And Wendy, your name came up too, of course, as a big butt kicker towards getting your exercise goals met too. So we loved you. We've talked about tons of you. We've talked about, we said hello to Rob in Norway. I was talking about the people I wanted to visit when I go abroad. So my love to everybody, and we will see you when we see you.
Yes.
Bye.